I feel like cutting off the song, but hello everyone, welcome on in. Um, okay. Despairing aside, I am pretty eager to find out what's gonna happen in the Blue Sky ending. I feel like it's gonna answer a lot of questions, but I also feel like it's gonna leave a lot of questions too, just because. Like, obviously there's gonna be loose ends, otherwise where does, like, Chaos Child come in with the new cast of characters, too? But I could be wrong. I'm worried. There's that. Part of the recommendation for playing the Blue Sky ending is to guess, like, actually make an educated guess yourself first for all the questions. But I already have, like, all the answers written down on my little note, but I have, like, each answer covered by, like, a little sticky note. So I'll be, like, making educated guess, then pulling back and seeing what the answer is and then selecting the correct answer, because I don't want to waste our time and we have to restart, whatever. But I also don't know at what point the questions will come up. We'll find out, I guess. And then that's it. That's Chaos Head NoAH. That's it. That's the game after tonight, and that's... so strange. Not in a bad way, but it's strange. Also, it's kind of weird to think back that we've only been playing this in September. It feels like it's been so much longer, but that's probably because we've been doing the Science Adventure series as a whole for so much longer. And I guess maybe another weird thing is that it doesn't really have spin-off games. Like, there's that romance spin-off that exists, but it isn't on Steam, so... yeah, I don't know. It'll be sad to say bye to this cast of characters, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Without further ado, time to press that button, huh? Man. Man, oh man. Hello, Spooky. Welcome on in. Here we go. Chapter 10, Blue Sky. Oh, it's its own chapter. Nanami Nishijo is praying. Okay, I had a feeling you would probably pick up from this point. Okay, so this is like ending A. Similar. Okay. She and her brother had been sent to a hospital. They're in the corner of a waiting room, overflowing with injured people. She's holding her real brother's wrinkly hand, enduring the pain in her own right hand. She's closing her eyes and praying for the safety of her other brother. Yua Kusunoki is praying in the rubble of a collapsed building, inside a large shipping crate, half buried and lying on its side. She's holding one of his anime figures in her hands. The damage from the fires and the earthquake have warped his figures almost beyond recognition. It hurt her to see it, but she endures. She's closing her eyes. I did unmute myself, right? Yeah, okay. Just a little fear. It's like, wait, what if I was muted this entire time? Anyways. She's closing her eyes and praying for the safety of the boy who forgave her. Ayase Kishimoto is praying. At Suimei Academy, now a shelter for the survivors. She's on the roof of the school, looking up at the sky. In her hands, she holds a paperback book filled with myths and legends. An uncountable number of delusions cover what remains of Shibuya, and the evil within them pains her, but she endures. She's closing her eyes and praying for the safety of the boy who'd listened to her and her songs. Kozue Orihara is praying. In the dim light of the platform at Shinsen Station, she is holding Aoi-san's trembling hands, enduring the pain in her injured leg. She is closing her eyes and praying for the safety of her classmate, who she spoke to in her heart. Sana Aoi is praying. She's sitting next to her father as he lies on the ground, clutching his cold, stiff hands, suffering from the pain that came from never being honest about what it was she truly wanted, even at the very end. She's closing her eyes and praying for the safety of the boy who tried to grant his wish in his own awkward way. Mimi Sakihato is praying, lying on the cold floor, clenching the hand she stretched out toward him tightly, enduring the pain she feels in her heart as she looks at his terrible wounds. Just closing her eyes and praying for the safety of the boy she tried to protect, the boy who came to save her. I was helpless to do anything. You're the one who took action. And because of that, everyone saw you. The shared awareness of your existence was already created a long time ago. From now on, no. Even in this very instant, you're the real me. Who am I? Who are you? Who? You are me. Yes, but I think I just kind of remembered that. Yeah, yes. Yes, you are me. I am you. Also, yes. Yeah, also, yes. There is no me. No? Yeah, no. Look at me know things sometimes. There is no you. Also no. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, also no. Let's go. I'm not me. Ooh. I'm inclined that that one's also going to be no. Let's see. Yeah, also no. Let's go. You're my brother. Yes? Yes. Let's go. You're Nichijo. Also yes. Also yes. You're Takumi. I'm also inclined that's yes. Yeah. You're Takumi. Well, that also has to be yes, obviously. Yeah. The CG. You're Nichijo. Also yes, let's go. I remember there being a lot of yeses, but understanding the context, it makes a lot of sense now. You're Taku. Yes. Aw, the kiss. I am me. Yes, I'm inclined. Yeah. I am a delusion. I mean, yes. Yeah, yes. I exist. I mean, yes. Right? Yeah. I am Takumi Nishijo. Yes. Yeah, yes. Let's go. Nope. Pretty much all of them are yes. So a lot of yeses with an understatement on my end, I guess. I am. Oh. The second I heard that voice. Hearing sounds, but my mind fixed me in place. And I messed up. The mixed up both came together in an instant. What? And the chaos converged in the form of my D-sword. I gained my shape. The world regained its shape. I am me. My vision became clear again. My wounds were healed. My top and bottom were connected once more. I was standing on my own 2 feet. The pain was completely gone. My heart was completely at peace. Good. You defeated the delusion. I'll entrust you with the last of my power. I could see Dini in the corner of my vision. She was safe. She was looking at me. She was crying. Don't cry. And right behind me, space itself was warping. The prayers had been heard. 6 gospels, or perhaps the screams of 6 souls. Far too innocent, far too dazzling and elegant, far too regal, far too sharp, far too violent, far too destructive, far too beautiful and terrible. I took them all to myself. The 6 blades spun. Sorrowfully, or maybe joyfully, they let out a scream. I fused with my D-sword. I gripped the D-sword's handle and held it tight. I felt a sensation in my hands. My arms were moving. They were completely restored. This is a truly interesting phenomenon. You monster. I looked straight at Morose. Yeah. I may be a monster. But this is to save me, to destroy Noitsu, the delusion I desired. Notice's response was fast. He still didn't give Takumi Nishijo's code sample. He didn't have. He thought he pushed the boy to the brink with the delusion attack. But no, the tables had almost completely turned. He couldn't let that happen. Naruse charged. He brought his D-sword up from below. He sliced it across Takumi's chest. The D-sword could cut through anything. Didn't matter how hard it was, cutting a human was no more difficult than cutting through jelly. Norase's lightning fast attack had sliced Takumi in two. But there was no blood. Takumi's lower half almost fell. But it didn't. It was still standing. In the next moment, it regenerated. Uninjured, as if the attack had never happened. The body that had been sliced apart just a second ago had already grown a new head, a new right arm, and a new right shoulder. It shut off my sense of pain. Takumi took a step toward Norase. Norase grimaced. He flipped the D-sword over. So, since you abandoned the shape of your body, you can take any shape you want. And it's thanks to the delusion he showed me. He had been able to maintain his shape as a human, but he had taken that delusion and made it his own. He wasn't regenerating, he was replenishing. The lost parts were made from the infinitely multiplied dust inside him, formed into flesh and bones. His shape wasn't fixed. Like an amoeba, like a slime, he could change it to be whatever he wanted. That was the reason Takumi had called himself a monster. His legs took another step toward Norase. Norase's frustration increased. He held the grip of his D-sword and stabbed it out toward the approaching Takumi. The huge scissors stretched out toward either side of the boy's head. You can't have delusions without a brain, can you? He crushed it, a smashed watermelon. Blood spurted everywhere. But Takumi's body kept going forward. Regeneration, replenishing, only took an instant. When his foot touched the ground, as if nothing had ever happened, as if it had been replaced with a new one. His head was there, and undamaged. Norase understood. He couldn't win. No physical attacks with his D-sword would be effective. His enemy had taken his delusion attack, his attempt to deny their existence, and turned it to their advantage. In this moment, Takumi Nishijo was so far beyond human, so twisted in existence, so perfect a monster. Norase couldn't give up. He thought of using NoAH's power to blast Takumi with countless antiparticles. Nothing could withstand collision with antiparticles without turning it to negative matter and collapsing on itself. If destruction from outside was impossible, then he would have to destroy his foe from the inside. Good idea. Takumi had read Norose's thoughts. What? The light of Takumi's D-sword changed from red to black. Hi, Peachy. We're only like not even 20 minutes in and you've already missed a lot. Now the sword is angry. Oh dear. Black flames shrouded the blade. It roared. It stretched out. It was as if it was a huge black snake. And then it will appear. It wandered the room, too big for the dome. It scraped against the roof, it scraped up against the floor, as if it was eating away at them both. Oh, now it's a snake, of course. Yeah, normal things. Devouring them. The great black serpent with wicked hearts. That which is the same, and yet different. Which swallows all destruction, gets out of the body of the king of wicked hearts. The snake's body was composed of antiparticles. Particles which would cause anything they touched to collapse in on itself. It was an all-devouring torrent of destruction. Tentacle games aren't really my thing, but I'll make an exception for you. Takumi swung the D-sword where he stood. He pointed the tip at Norase. The circling snake snapped its body like a whip, and its jaw bit down on Norose. You can't possibly be this powerful. Norose had never seen a D-sword do something like this. He couldn't tell if this was Takami's delusion, or some hidden gigalomaniac power. The black fangs were eating away at his body. He was falling apart. It was so slow, like a frog slowly being devoured in the belly of a snake. The darkness was slowly swallowing him up. He felt no pain. Death should have been instant. But Takumi didn't want that. Norose realized this and laughed bitterly. He wasn't afraid of death. His ideal, the completion of NoAH 2, was at hand. You can kill me, but no one can approach NoAH 2. It's a perpetual motion machine. It will rule over mankind for all eternity. It won't just sit there silently. It's an artificial god, which will guide mankind to happiness. In a way, Norose was the creator of a god. As long as NoAH 2 existed, humanity would not go extinct. Norose's utopia would be realized. But you can get close to it, right? What? The snake holding Norose began to move. It raised his body up high. That means you're the key. Norose's expression was one of pure shock, but it quickly changed it to one of pain. The snake flung his body around in a circle like it weighed nothing. Takumi gave a quick glance at Rimi, their eyes met. What was she thinking right now? It would be easy to read her mind, but Takumi didn't. No. Looks like I was able to save you. He quickly looked away. His gaze was now fixed on NoAH 2, still emitting its roar, the seat of God, which none could approach, a cradle that showed happy dreams. I'm sorry. He whispered to no one in particular. He might be humanity's enemy, I guess. This machine would create an eternal paradise, a future without conflict. And now Takumi was about to ruin that future. Whether that was wrong or right, Takumi didn't know. But you see it all the time in myths, right? God screwing things up for the sake of a girl. So, I think I'll do the same. Sacrificing humanity's happiness for the sake of a girl he loved. Takumi drew the hand which held his D-sword back behind his body. Break through! That should have made me laugh, but just look at him. And then thrust it forward like a spear. The black snake charged forward in a straight line. Its prey, Norose, was impaled on its fangs as it raced towards NoAH 2. A spear of pure antiparticles. It had no will of its own, thus, there was nothing for NoAH 2 to disrupt. The all-encompassing tornado of destruction used Norose as its key and easily broke through the delusion barrier. Oh, there we go. Bye, bitch. Have fun in hell. At some point, it must have started to rain. Oh, hey, it's raining over here. Oh, there was a violent explosion. The shockwave picked me up like a ragdoll and sent me flying. That's kind of funny. The next thing I knew, I was here. Those eyes were always watching me. Their gaze passed through the thick black rain clouds and came down on me like rain. Don't look at me. More than the rain's chill, the cold of the rubble beneath my back made my body shiver endlessly. It's so cold. And the gaze that bored into me from above the sky, whose eyes were those? I lifted my head a little and looked around, seeking a way to escape it. I saw the shattered remains of a city. I saw despair. I saw death. I saw nothingness. Nobody was there. Nobody was moving. Nobody was alive. Was the rain going to keep falling? Until I washed away everything. The living and the dead. Until it had gently submerged everything and swept it away. A part of me hoped this was all just a simple delusion, but I guess I wasn't so lucky. My body refused to move. The only things I could move were my head and my eyes, just barely at that. Could use the monstrous power I'd used just a moment ago. My body was shaking, but that was just an involuntary reflex. It wasn't my will. I didn't want my body to shake. If my body wouldn't listen to me, then it wasn't really my body at all. Maybe it never listened to me in the first place. Nobody knows where the soul is really kept after all. So, who could be sure that my soul was really inside this body? But if that was the case, then where was I? Was I here? Was I nowhere? In this broken world where nothing moved, I suddenly heard a sound that wasn't the rain of death. A single summon came out of the nothingness. Who are you? Do you look so pale because you're cold? Or because you're dead? But she wasn't shivering. But she wasn't shivering in her eyes, which were hidden almost completely beneath her bangs. Don't look at me. They look so sad. But they also seemed filled with madness. This seemed like they weren't seeing anything at all, if maybe. Only things in this world were her and me, and we kept looking at one another like this forever. Would my world be only what was reflected in her eyes? Or would her world be only what was reflected in my eyes? In her eyes, I was reflected. In my eyes, she was reflected. When I thought about it that way, the world suddenly seemed so much better. Hey. Suddenly, I heard static that sounded so pretty. Her head fell forward, and she spread out her hands, as if she was about to take flight toward those rain clouds, or as if she was trying to take all the rain into her hands. Little Asian that stares at you. With her head bent forward, I couldn't see the look on her face from where I was. What do you look like behind the veil of rain water? Something like that? Oh. Oh, what? Irene, I'll give you your rest now. But an angel? Those wings of light a blessing upon me, or... Oh, now I see. I understand. You're going to use that to kill me, aren't you? Suddenly, she dropped to her knees in front of me. She was still bent forward. She embraced my head gently. I felt relieved that she wasn't looking at me and let her take me to her arms. I have to kill you. Why, though? She whispered into my ear, the pretty static. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's no need to apologize. If I don't disappear, the other me, the real me, will die. So this is for the best. If you're the one to erase me, that's all I need. It's a happy ending for a monster. I have no regrets. That's definitely a slightly new dialogue, but... I felt something warm, soft, gentle, and sweet. It was like a drug. The faint sensation of her breathing tickled my cheeks. I smelled something so very sweet. Suddenly, I felt a pressure on my chest. The huge sword in her hands tore through the skin on my chest, tore through the meat behind it, slid... Okay, but her kiss was like a drug, and I felt no pain. Suddenly, I felt sad, like my tears were going to start overflowing. And to stop myself, I looked over her shoulder at the dull gray rainy sky. I can't do it. She moved her lips away from me, whispering in a pained voice. I can't kill you. talk to.
殺せないよ。
The reason I felt no pain was because her sword wasn't real booted. There's no wound anywhere on my body.
でも
But you need to
消して
erase
くれな
me.
きゃ。本物の
Or the real me will... He'll die. I should be the one to die. Killing me will keep him alive, even if for just a little while longer. That was what Rimi wanted too, I thought.
消して
Get rid of me.
消すんだ
Get rid of me.
僕を。
できない。
I can't do it. Rimi shook her head slightly. She was looking at me with tears in her eyes.
好きなの。
I love you.
あなたの
I love your weakness.
弱さが弱いくせに
You're so weak.
臆病
You're
なく
such
せ
a
に
coward.
ボロボロになって
But you came to save me.
私なん
Even
か
when you were
を助け
so
に来て
hurt.
くれたその強さが
I love your strength.
好きなの。あなたと同じ時間をもっ
To be with
と
you.
過ごしたいの。あなたを
I don't
失
want
い
to
た
lose
く
you.
ない。あなたに
I want you to live.
生きていてほしい。
Hello, Catman. How was Backpack Hero? I know I was like watching on and off, but you know. But welcome on in Raiders. If you do not already know me, my name is Saki. Saki or even Q is acceptable. I consider myself a variety streamer, though I do stream mostly visual novels like what we're playing right now, Chaos Head Noah. We are on the very, very last ending, so a lot of things might not make sense, because I'm pretty sure we're almost done with it too anyway. Shrugs. But yeah, if you guys need to rest, like you need to go eat, go sleep, or whatever, there's no pressure to stay, but of course you're of course more than welcome to just lurk and hang out. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. Will you look at me?
僕は
I'm
化
a
け物なん
monster.
だ。
How goes Chaos? Already in our feelings, and yeah, it hasn't even been an hour yet, damn. It's only been like an actual half hour of reading, now that I think about it. So am I.
同じだよ。
God! Gonna strangle him. Unless I was finished reading that line, like, dude. Spooky better be coming in that door, or you're just barking for nothing. It doesn't seem like Spooky's coming in through that door, so stop. I hate when dog ruining the moment, so true. Here we are caught up on our feels and the dog just boofing. Am I allowed to live?
君がそれを選んだなら
If that's your choice,
生きていて
then you're allowed to live. I heard a voice coming from the sky. And then I knew. Because our hearts were linked directly, I could feel it. His life had just ended in that moment.
匠が
Takumi's dead.
死んだんだね。
Yumi could tell that. And that was what the expression on my face meant. I hesitated for a moment before giving her a weak nod. Don't cry. I don't want you to cry. The feeling was returning to my body. The warmth was coming back. My movements were still stiff. I was still shivering. But my hands could move now, so I took the red handkerchief out of my pocket. And there were tears running down Mimi's face. They were so pretty, so clear. I have to weigh the tears, the memories you gave me.
僕も
I love you, too.
君が好きです
Yumi took my hand and held it tight, as if trying to make sure that we were both here. Her warmth infected me. Her warmth and mine became one. Two people looked up at the sky. It was still covered in rain clouds. But
光は
light is an electromagnetic wave.
そ
When
の
the
振
human
動
eye
現象
sees
を
its
人
vibrations
の
as
視覚
color.
は色として捉え
タク
Taku. And those
その言
words.
葉
There were words that only he and Rumi knew. There were the words he used to give Rumi hope. But I knew them. I'd seen his memories. He and I were one mind in two bodies. His memories and mine were shared. I'd inherited all the memories he had from the past 17 years. And he'd experienced everything I had for the past year and a half.
自分のデッドスポット
Try
に
feeding the color you desire to your own dead spot.
僕たちのあの空
And
の
we
色
can
は
take back the color of
取
that
り戻せ
sky.
る
We knew that color. We looked up in the mental world with nothing but sea and sky, and stared at it to make sure we'd never forget it. Suddenly, the rain stopped. The clouds vanished in an instant. But there's still clouds. There's no dark, the clear blue sky. There's still clouds. Gotta come back. And the sky that went on forever. The sky that gently covered the world. That blue sky. There's definitely going to be an after credits scene. There's no way there's not going to be. Me last week. There better be an ending scene or I'm throwing a fit, and then there wasn't one, so I threw a fit. That was funny. You weren't expecting it to end right there? It makes sense. Like, the blue sky button threw us right at the last chapter, so... Aww. Hanami holding Shogun's hand. She has her hand back. And her bangle. I guess he did have her hand, so maybe they managed to attach it together somehow. Maybe they rebooted it, the connection, I don't know. Something happened. But she has her hand. And bangle. Important things. Nanami cute. I'm gonna be glad to not think about severed hands anymore. I mean, who knows what Robotics Notes has for us? And then Chaos Child. And then Anonymous Code. Because Occultic 9 doesn't have a visual novel. Innocence. Makes sense. Innocence. They'd have to reboot it since OT had been well beyond the time they could medically attach it. Not assuming it was ever medically possible. I mean, they did keep it in the fridge, so... Real boot. Okay, that makes more sense than reboot. Look, you and us are together. Everyone's looking at the blue sky. Maybe there won't be an after credits scene. We'll find out. It'd be weird if there isn't one though. Right? Well, I guess nothing is impossible. Gets hand severed at the wrist. Have you tried turning it off and on again? God. Imagine. You want to close the P. I like that even if it was briefly, that the four of them were on screen together. Did I say Yuan goes with P? I meant Senna. Am I stupid? Seeing them together is a relief. Yeah. I mean, they were together when they were praying. They were in the Shinsen station. See, no one brutally died to death. Everyone just brutally lived to life. I don't know. No. I already forgot her name. But the figurine, whatever her face is. Damn, I really forgot her name. Seira-tan, there it is. Brutally lived to life, yeah. Well, good to know that, that Seira-tan is fine too. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be an after credits scene. But a whole lot of nothing's happening right now. Game? Okay. Yep, that's it. Continue shortcut has been unlocked. Huh? Oh, okay. Congratulations. This feels weird. Did not like that. That kind of made me think of like Slay the Princess and hello. Oh. Do you have any more tricks up your sleeve, Chaos and Noah, before I try speaking again? Shortcut, what is that? Okay, you can just pick through the chapters. That's cool. That's kind of what I figured it was gonna be, but... that was really short. Grouch soft. Forgot about that. Total playtime, 85 hours and 11 minutes, going on to 12 minutes. We didn't get all the CGs? How's that possible? We got all the endings. Oh, maybe there's CGs in some of the positive reactions. Because I don't think we did all of them. Whose eyes are those? 94%? What does that mean? Yeah. Is it sorted by character? No, just because that one had more. Change page. Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to, like, go through and get all of these, since we still have, like, it's not even been an hour. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm happy with just being done there. I didn't mean to exit quite yet, though. Oh. Gentian. NoAH has lived more than twice as long as his other 7 Giglomaniac, as the 7 other, yeah, whatever. And in that time, his D's throat has grown into a violent and twisted shape. The weapon acquired by the ability to be used for crucifixions as a result of NoAH's negative emotions. At its core, there's nothing but a twisted sense of justice, a desire to rule the weak, and hatred for the entire world. Rose. This D-sword, which rather strictly speaking belongs to Mia, rather than Yua Kusunoki, creates distinctive red petals when dual booted. These petals are a representation of the inferiority complex Mia possesses towards Yua, and symbolic of the things she feels she lacks: elegance, femininity, and kindness. Falling petals are also a symbol of death, and thus a sign of her sorrow at her sister's passing, and her own erasure of her identity as Mia. Oh yeah, I guess those are all flower names too. Wolfsbane. Nanami's D-sword takes its shape from the memories of the bangle her brother gave her, and is a symbol of her love for him. Her strong desire not to let anyone else have it has caused the hilt itself to become a blade. Even if another Giglio-maniac were to somehow gain control of the sword, they would not be able to wield it. Interesting. Dahlia. Ayase's D-sword doesn't have a single straight line anywhere on it, cause she's gay. A symbol of the chaos in her heart. When she summoned this weapon, it took the form of a mythical dragon, making it look more like a living creature than the other D-swords. The dragon appears in the Black Knight's Fragments, a book in the Gladiel saga. In the book, one of the Black Knights defeats the dragon and creates the D-sword from its bones. That's cool. Snowdrop. The incredible violence inherent in the design of Kozue's D-sword is a reflection of her intention to show no mercy whatsoever to her tormentors. Kozue is a tiny, weak little girl, and her desire for power made the weapon extremely large. Snowdrop is intended purely for combat, and will automatically target anyone she wishes to harm, and proceed to destroy them in the most efficient manner possible. That's why, when she uses the sword, it appears that it's controlling her, not the other way around. Nymphaea? Too many vowels together. The shape taken by Takami's D-sword is a reflection of his mental state. The long underdecorated design is a symbol of how, after running for so long, he's finally ready to risk his very existence to move forward. The weapon itself has no blade, and instead burns anything it touches with incredible heat, cutting cleanly through it in the process. So he has a lightsaber. I guess you could say that. Gladiolus. I definitely butchered that. The distinctive twin blade design of Senna's D-sword is a reflection of the fragility of her heart. While aggressive, the two blades mean that the design of the weapon is actually quite fragile. Of course, since D-swords don't follow physical laws, the sword itself isn't fragile at all. Kikyo. A D-sword created by Yumi's heart, born of her desire to see the blue sky. It takes the form of a pair of wings, to enable her to fly through the endless blue. The fact that Kikyo, unlike other D-swords, can transform and split, is indicative of the fact that Rimi Sakihata herself is a person born of countless splits. That makes sense. Screams. The countless white feathers that appear when the sword is rebooted are also part of the weapon. Damn. Screams. Well, I'm glad I checked the tips list. I wouldn't have actually expected there to be new stuff. Yeah. Whew. Blue sky, alright. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it to be that short. Like, on one hand, I'm not surprised, but, like, on the other hand, that was short. Yeah, the blue sky option is still there. Or... yeah, you can't go back to it. That's interesting. Like, you can still kind of see, like, the pipeline that where, like, the blue sky would be, but you can't pick it anymore. Which I guess makes sense. The blue sky's there, obviously. I guess I'll close the game. But, like, now what? I can't just end the stream after... I mean, I could end the stream after an hour, but it wouldn't feel right. It would feel wrong. It would feel very wrong. I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts. Maybe I'll throw them in the YouTube description if I have any coherent enough, or maybe I can just record something specifically for the YouTube video if I have anything to add. But for now, bye bye YouTube.